Hi there, it is Sarah here from the Dance Den. So today we are going to just have a little discussion about what social media platform is best for your business and a quick couple of top tips as to how you can decide which platform that you need to be on. Now, let's remember social media is vast and the options for you to decide which platform you're going to be on are absolutely huge. So realistically, tip number one, you need to make sure that you understand what works best for your business. Who are you targeting and where are your customers lying? Because if your customers are on, Facebook and you're not on Facebook, then maybe you really need to consider being on Facebook. Now, think about it this way, with dance school and theatre school owners, you are going to have a very specific targeted audience. Now, that's not necessarily going to be the children. It's more than likely, particularly with the younger ones, going to be the parents. So where do mums and dads hang out? And if it's not on Snapchat and you're on Snapchat, then maybe you need to reconsider getting off Snapchat and getting on to where the mums and dads are. And the only way you're going to figure that out, ask and research. Find out where all of these people are. Now, if you're on Snapchat because you want to be on Snapchat, that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying jump off it just because you need to, but if you're thinking about this for business, you need to be where your customers are. So tip number one, make sure that you're where your customers are. Tip number two, do not do it all. Be very selective, and I mean very selective, because ultimately there are, so many different platforms that you could potentially be on, but there's only one of you. So decide which ones where your customers are, decide which ones you want to use, and do 2 really well or 3 really well. There's no point being a jack of all trades when it comes to social media, because you will just get overwhelmed by all the different options that are there for you. So tip number 2, please be selective. Now, tip number 3 is have a very clear plan. If you need to get, let's just say, like little ones, age 3 to 5, then make sure that all your marketing is targeted towards them. And the platform that you're using, if you're not finding those people on Instagram, then don't focus on Instagram, focus on Facebook. Because if that's where the mums with young children are, then head there. If you're finding them on Facebook, then concentrate and be selective on Facebook, but set a clear plan for yourself. I'm really focusing on this class and I am going to push all my energy and all my marketing towards this one class. Because then you can judge on how you're doing. Then you can scale back and you can figure out, actually, I'm getting a response. Actually, I'm getting what I need from all the effort that I'm putting in. So tip number 3, make sure you've got a clear plan. Tip number 4, and the last one. I often use this. You have a pond and you're going to drop a stone in. It will cause a couple of ripples. Think of that as your marketing. You put out a post, you will cause a couple of ripples. But if you regularly drop that stone into the pond on a consistent basis, then the ripples will move and they'll go and they'll get bigger and they'll have more impact and they'll go further. You need that consistency. So don't be, when we're talking about platforms, don't be like one day all in on Facebook and then one day all in on Snapchat and then you're going to jump to Twitter. Consistency is key. Focus in, decide which platforms you're on and go for them. And if you would like more information about The Dance Den, head over to my website, all the W's, thedanceden.co.uk. Speak to you soon. Bye.